Hi everyone. So today we're doing our prep video. So I'm just gonna get up so I can see your comments. Hi everyone. So comments. Hi everyone. So okay. Hi Az. Hi everyone. So okay. Right. Get started in a minute. I'm going to do the prep video. Just making sure I'm all working. Okay. Oh. Hi everyone. So I think my thing's playing up. So okay, well I'll just use my phone. I think. Unless it's gonna work here. A minute. One more second and then discard and exit. Might come up here. Just want to make sure I've got everything up and then I will get started. Okay, I'm just going to look at my phone and well, I'm not going to be able to see though. Minute, give me 2 more seconds. I come up here. Oh, done it. We're trucking. Right. I'm going to set this up. My phone and well, I'm not going to be able to see though. Minute, give me 2 more seconds. Right. Right. And then I can see. Right. And then I can see. I think that's better. Right. We're going to do this prep video. So I'm going to get everything ready. So the first of all, I'm going to show you. Right. We're going to do this prep video. So I'm going to show you first how to do manual. Okay, so if you have any questions, pop them in and I can hopefully see the comments. I can see my phone as well. So I'm going to actually just move my phone a little bit so I can see comments. So I can see comments on my phone and hopefully the comments will come up on my iPad. So, yes. So, manual. So, as what are you trained in? Are you trained in e-file or just manual? Let me know. I'm just going to get set up. Actually, I'm going to go and get my favourite cuticle scissors and I'll show you them. Just going to get them out. Okay, these are my favourite cuticle scissors. So I'm just going to give them a clean. Usually they're barber-sided and everything, but for this purpose, I've just used them on a client. So this is my cuticle scissors. This is for manual, by the way. Then also for manual, we're going to need a cuticle pusher backer and a little hoop there. And then one more thing we're going to need is one of these. So this is for manual. Okay. Right, so first of all, obviously we've got our nails. I'm going to see if the light will help. Give me two. It might make it worse, but I'm just going to see. Let's see if I find the right plug, that is. Oh, I think that's a bit better. I don't know. We'll find out in a minute. No, I think that's worse. I'm going to turn it off. Right, that's better. Natural light. Right, so we've got our nails. I'm just going to see, make sure you can all see. And what we're going to do for a manual is we're going to take this bit here. And what we're going to do is we're going to push back with this. So this is the manual way. So I'll make sure you can see. And we're going to push back the cuticle with this end here. Okay. So we're pushing this back. All the way across. Okay, so that's that bit done. Then the next bit we're going to do is we're going to take the loop end, and this will get rid of any crusty bits. You can see it all coming off. It's going to come all the way down here. We're using our loop to go all the way around and get right underneath. Because you can see all these bits, so we obviously want to brush them out the way. And then you can go in again. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go in with this side bit. And this is going to push it all back. We can go round the edges, all the way around. Like so. And we're going to give that the brush, and then we're going to take our cuticle scissors and we're going to snip off any loose bits. Okay, that's the manual done really. I'll tell you where these are from. This is Stalex Pro Expert 93. Sorry, Stalex Pro Expert 93, and they are amazing. I absolutely love them. You can see how curled they are. But I only got them 2 days ago and I absolutely love them. They're amazing. So I recommend them. This is from Stalex as well. So it's got the pusher bit on this end and then the loop bit here. And I think this is Stalex as well. So I buy quite a few things from Stalex. I quite like them. So this is the loopy end. So the next thing we would do to prep it is obviously you would get your... So I use Pac-Man files. So the Pac-Man file, you get a steel, and these from Stalex as well, but you can also get these from Amazon. So you get a steel plate, and then you get a box of files. They're so good. And then you've got your file here, a bit of file on a bit of paper, and then you can slide it in, and then you have a file. You just dispose of it after you've finished. So what we would do next, because we've prepped all the cuticle on here, is we go with our 180 file. So I never use the sanding band on a natural nail. It is, for me, it's a big no-no, because even if you're running it at 2 RPM, that is 200 or 2000, I can't remember now, revs per minute. That is still loads. You're taking off way too much. So I never ever use a sanding band on the natural nail. I just won't do it. So yes, we take our file and we're going to scuff the nail with our file. Okay, so scuff it all up, give it a brush, and then you can see on my nail there's a few bits that I've missed. So what I then go in and do is, I've got these. So these stick on the end of here. So I would stick this on the end of here. So you take this paper off here. I'm not going to do it because they are quite expensive. And then you stick this on the end. And then you would, with this stuck on the end, you would then go in all these nooks and crannies, all up here, and make sure this is all scuffed. So we want to make sure this is all scuffed, give it a brush, and then obviously you would just dehydrate it with acetone or your cleanser, whatever you like to use. So that is a manual one. Well, I love my e-file. So I'm going to show you how to do it with an e-file now. Okay, so an e-file, you are going to need, just finding them. So you can use a diamond ball bit. This is to clean up any loose skin. So we've got these ones. We've also got these barrel ones. So these are all from Katie Barnes. This one's Katie Barnes. So this is a little barrel one where you can clean. So we're going to use, I quite like these barrel ones, so I think I'm going to use that. And then we have, these are from Stalix, I think. Oh no, this one's Lucy Pastorelli. So this is my flame bit. Okay, so they're the two things that's all you need. It's a flame bit and the diamond ball bit. Okay, and then for this, you're going to need this one as well, with the pusher backer and the loop. That is it. And obviously your cuticle scissors. But the first thing I always do is I put a bit of baby powder on. I don't know if I was going to show you it, but I got it from Amazon. It's just called baby powder, clean and fresh. So what I do is I put a bit of talc on first, like this. So it soaks up any oils, and it also helps the e-file grip better. Okay, so we're going to put a little bit of that on. And then we get our bit, and we're going to push this cuticle back first. So we're getting right in, pushing all this cuticle back with our cuticle pusher bit. Any questions, just put them in. So that's that done. And then what I like to do is I like to use these are really cute. And then this will just, I put this on my finger, and I do my e-filing, and then I can give it a quick brush over with it. So I use an NSI e-file. I love it because it's so quiet. I'm going to put my flame bit in. So I do a Russian manicure. So this is what I'm showing you. So you put to 14 RPM, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to go down the side. So you don't want to go like this. We're not pointing it down. We're pointing it towards this nail like this. Okay, and we're going to go round slowly. We're going all the way around. We're not going too deep this time. We're just sort of opening it up, and we're coming down the side, making sure not to touch that natural nail. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do little strokes coming down here. So we're opening up this sinus area. So opening all this up, and then because we've opened up the sinus area, we can go a little bit deeper down the side here. And then obviously get our little dusting brush and we can go in and do that. And then we're going to just file this side, make sure there's no dusty bits. Okay, so that's that bit done. And then we're going to put it in reverse to do the other side. So do exactly the same. Come in here, opening up a little bit, not too vigorous, coming down, and then we're opening up the sinus area all the way down here. So little strokes going downwards, and then we can open up a little bit more, go in a little bit deeper into that cuticle area, and give it a brush, see what we need to do. And then obviously this little bit of skin here we can just file off. It's always harder doing it on yourself. So yeah. So we're opening all this up. There you go. Make sure this little bit's done. Okay, so we've opened all that up. And then we're going to go in with our loop. Sometimes you don't need to, but for the purpose of this, I am going to do it. So we can just go right down this sinus area, all the way across, making sure that there's no cuticle left on that nail. That's it. There's not much left there to do. And then we can go in with our cuticle bit, our cuticle pusher, sorry. And we can lift that up a little bit, the cuticle. And then we're going to go in with my amazing cuticle scissors, which I absolutely love. And we can nip that bit of cuticle away. And give it a brush, see if there's any bits I've missed. That looks really good. So that looks really nice. And then what we do next is, if there was like, because obviously that looks fine, we don't really need to do any more to that nail. But if somebody's got really dry skin, we put it to 14 RPM again. And then you can get your diamond ball bit and you can just tidy it all up if you want to. Just be careful not to make anyone bleed, which I've just done to myself. But yeah, just go round. There we go. And then I'm going to push this back. So I didn't need to do that on myself. But if somebody's got really dry skin, then you can go in with your diamond ball bit. So actually, because I've made myself bleed, I am going to show you what I do. So I clean it with my sanitizing spray, if I can find it somewhere. Here it is. So I'm going to clean it like that, give it a wipe so that's nice and clean. And then what I use, if you do catch anybody, I'll show you. I got it from Amazon. It's called Infalab Magic Touch Liquid Skin Protector. Helps control nicks and cuts. So you can open this up and it's stopped bleeding now, but you can put a drop of it on, leave it for a couple of seconds or minutes, depending on how much they're bleeding, and it will stop it bleeding straight away. So that's because I've done that, I thought actually that might be quite good to show you that. So you can get that from Amazon as well. And then exactly the same, in with my file, scuff the nail like before, exactly the same. So these little brushes are also from Amazon as well. So I got quite a few things from Amazon, just like obviously not the e-file bits and things, but like the little brushes and like the files are fine Right, and then we brush it off, and then we do exactly the same with these bits. These are from Katie Barnes. Actually, I do recommend the Katie Barnes ones. I've tried different ones and these always are the best. And then obviously you stick that on there, do exactly the same, pushing it back, going round, making sure there's no little bits left. I can see a little bit of cuticle there, so I'm just gonna nip that away. And can you see these are so curled, but they just get right in, and they're not that expensive either. I was really shocked, but I really like them. So yeah, and then you have a prepped nail. So dehydrate it, do whatever you need to do, and you're away. There you go. So that's obviously the e-file one is always better, but you've got your manual and you've got your e-file one. Give them a nice brush. You can nip away. Obviously not nipping too much away, but there you go. That is an e-file prepped nail and a manual one. So that's it. Is there any questions? Just let me know in the comments. I'm checking for the comments. See if there's any. Hello. So yeah, any questions, pop them up and I can answer them. So remember, the e-file bits are on 14 RPM. Okay. But yeah. So if you're watching on replay, put replay down below. Any questions, pop them in the comments and they'll ping up and I can read them and respond to them. But other than that, I think that's all done really. That is how I prep a nail and get 4 to 5 weeks out of the gel that I do. So yeah, I think that's about it. So I don't think there's any questions. Any questions, Az? You all good? But yeah, I've put the link on. So I've got free posts. I've upgraded them. I've upgraded everything actually, to be honest. I've upgraded my course. I've upgraded the posts. And so the link's there if you want to get the new posts that I've put in and have a look. If you've already had the posts and you missed out on the limited offer on the course, I am giving away a limited time though voucher to get £45 off the course. So but yeah, pop it down below if you want the voucher, but any comments, pop them in as well. Okay, I think that's it really. I don't think there's any comments or anything, so I'm going to finish there. Thanks for watching, Az. Take care. Bye. Bye.